on purpose, sing like a sing-along key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you, pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
And now your host, live from a webcam in the mysterious universe, Jason Suel.
All right, Bo. Yes. Hey, thanks for that intro, man.
It's a little weird because normally we're in the studio and I get to think of some fun line because we've been cutting up for at least an hour. But here we are, like so far away, but so close.
We only got to cut up for half an hour this time. So
I know. It's just
different.
Not the same.
It isn't
distanced. But what are you up to?
Well, it's an interesting time. I think we're doing a lot of stuff here at the house as a family, kind of like trying to keep it close to home, as I'm sure everybody is. And even going out into the public looks different now than it used to. Every time I go out, I'm all, masked and gloved up, making sure that I'm keeping my social distance from everybody. So it's just an interesting time. And I think, I think this weekend, since weather's nice, summer's coming on, I think
you guys are a pretty outdoorsy family too.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with that?
Well, we might actually be going camping.
What? Yeah. Camping? I thought all the campgrounds were closed.
In the living room. We're just going to camp in the living room. We got it all planned out. We're going to put up a sheet for it. We're going to roast marshmallows over the stove, s'mores. We're doing the whole thing.
I like the creativity
from the comfort of our house.
And I kind of am jealous. I haven't had a good sheet fort since I was like 28. And
that was last year, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Well, what do we got on the show today?
We're going to be visiting with Jennifer Wilson from Walton Arts Center about
awesome. I love Jen.
Programming that's coming up at Walton Arts Center, some of the stuff that they're doing virtually that's super cool. And then your friend, my friend, Cheese.
Ooh, cheese. Now, there's only one name I think of when it's cheese, and it better be Jessica K.
Yes, it's Jessica from Sweet Freedom Cheese. She's going to be joining us on the show to talk us through what do you do when you're at home and you really, really got to have that great cheese from Sweet Freedom Cheese. So that should be a lot of fun on the show.
Right.
And then our musical guests, we've got the Northwest Arkansas Jazz Society are joining us on the show. Robert Ginsberg, he's awesome. He also actually works at Walton Arts Center, but they did this music video for us. And we're pulling that out of the vault. It's from a couple years ago. And I just feel like it's the time to sit at home, listen to some soft jazz, and go camping in your living room and eat some cheese. And so that's what we've packaged into the show. Yeah.
I love it.
Don't talk to me about what the smells will be coming from the living room.
From your camping trip, your jazz cheese festival.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. But all that stuff coming up on our show, folks. Stick around. We got more happening later.
Previously on Galactic Raiders. After the theft of a pace car of the Flex Circuit, the Raiders find themselves on the run from the Rally Spiral Racing Commission. With a price on their heads, they are seeking new ways to assuage the authorities and evade disaster.
Sir, sensors indicate a large disturbance in the neighboring galaxy.
Captain, sensors indicate a disturbance in the neighboring galaxy.
Wait a second. The only thing that makes that kind of disturbance is a star whale.
According to our sensors and the viewer, this one is unusually pale and also seems quite full.
Could it be the Galuga star whale?
Sir, we are nowhere near the Galuga system.
Quiet! I've got a feeling that's the one, and if it is, that means inside it is
Kaloro's leg!
The Pirellian crystals in that leg could get us close to enough credits to get the price off our heads.
Captain, the disappearance of Captain Kaloro is only fabled to be associated with the Galuga whale.
Plus, how would we possibly be able to find and retrieve the leg from the whale?
We have to go in after it.
Wait, are you suggesting that we
get eaten by a whale?
Captain, we found it. Our sensors led us right to the Pirellian crystals that power the leg.
Mission accomplished, team.
But Captain, How are we going to get out of the star whale?
Well, let's just say it won't be pretty.
Will this be the end of the Raiders? Will the end of the Raiders be at the end of a whale? And which end? Tune in next time to find out on Galactic Raiders! Huey and Jen.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we are here at Sam's Furniture, and we've got Jenny Sari from Hub of Hope. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, thanks for having me, and thank you to Sam's for providing the opportunity.
Man, we love it here. They always set us up so nice. They put us on a really comfy couch.
Very comfy, very comfy.
Very comfy. Tell us about the work Hub of Hope does in our community.
I would love to. So we are a nonprofit based here in Northwest Arkansas. We work to bring healing and opportunities to victims of human trafficking, and we provide prevention and education to the community. So we do that in a variety of ways. We do a lot of awareness and education events where we teach the public to recognize the markers and identifiers of human trafficking. And then we also do lots of outreaches. Our hope is to come in contact with survivors, many who don't even know that they're a victim of a crime, and help them move from that place of entrapment, enslavement, exploitation into a life of freedom and restoration and healing.
I love that. Say I wanted to get involved. How would I do it?
Hey, we love volunteers. In fact, at this time, we are an all-volunteer organization. And so you could reach us on hubofhope.org, and we're also on social media at Hub of Hope NWA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having
you.
me. Boom.
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. We're joined now by Deborah Wilson, Walton Arts Center. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us virtually.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Jennifer, obviously a lot has changed. A lot has changed in the recent days with COVID-19. So talk to us a little bit about how Walton Arts Center has been continuing to engage their audience during this time with some virtual things.
Yeah, this is a challenge for us because, what we do is we gather people together. So, this is a time when we've really had to try to figure out what our role is in the community and how we can help. One of the things that we started looking at is how we could present stuff online. So we've created a couple options. The main one is our Hearts to Homes, which is a weekly webcast that we've been doing. And the thought behind this was we wanted to be able to present programming. We wanted to be able to feature local artists and arts organizations in our area. And we wanted to be able to support local restaurants as well.
What about like virtual stages, virtual performances? Are there any of those things happening?
So we started a virtual stage, which is a page on our website where we list digital performances. Those are curated by our programming team. And they're recommendations on things that you can watch anytime during the week. They're available all the time. And then we've kind of expanded that as well. And we've actually produced and shown some virtual performances through our virtual stage. So we did a dance performance, and then we've also done a film festival. Both of these were free. You just had to register so that you could get the link.
So tell us about what's coming up in the 2021 P&G Broadway season at Walton Arts Center.
Yeah, right around the time that this happened in mid-March, we announced our new Broadway season, which seems very strange, but we did it. And I think it's honestly been a good thing because it gives people things to look forward to. And we have this fantastic season coming up. So we have My Fair Lady, we've got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, we've got Come From Away, Mean Girls, An Officer and a Gentleman, and Freestyle Love Supreme.
Wow.
Freestyle Love Supreme. That sounds...
Yeah. That's a Lin-Manuel Miranda.
My next album.
It is a Lin musical, yes.
And then I know Come From Away is a heartfelt story and picked up a lot of accolades on Broadway as well. Speak a little bit about that one.
Yeah, Come From Away is hands down one of my favorite musicals I've ever seen. It's about a story that a lot of people don't know about. When 9/11 happened, all the planes got grounded, and there were lots of them that went to Gander, Newfoundland, which is in the middle of nowhere. It used to be the crossover point when you would do transatlantic flights. Wow. And it is the story of how this town ends up with all of these guests, these come from aways, and they figure out how to meet their needs.
And also, it's kind of relevant right now about people coming together, and my cat is now joining us in this conversation. Hello,
Wanted
Spartacus.
to come together.
That's right. Bringing people together and felines together.
That's awesome.
People coming together and taking care of each other. And I feel like that's what we're doing right now in our culture.
I think, one of the things that this time has shown us is what is important. And I think one of the things that we've all started to realize is art is important. When you get stuck in your home with all of your family members, you start trying to find entertainment. So you look for music, you look for movies, you look for theater, you look for whatever you can find. But we also want that art to be around when we go back together.
Yes.
So that's why it's important, just like with the restaurants, just like with the businesses, support them now because you want them to still be around when we all get back together.
Yeah, totally. Bo, I know that's a concept and a thought that's near and dear to your heart as well.
Yeah, we were just talking about it this morning, Jason and I. It's one of those things that I keep reminding people a lot as they're at home consuming so much of these things that a lot of people in the art world know that is the first thing to get cut when budgets start to happen. And it's like, well, look around you. It's the first thing that you reach for when times are tough. So remember that when you have the ability to help, you're consuming the things that these people that need the help are producing. So, you gotta always be mindful of those things.
That's right.
Yeah. So as always, Jennifer, people can go to the website, I would assume, to find out more information and to keep up to date with sort of ticketing and performances being rescheduled and canceled and things like that. What's that website again?
It's waltonartscenter.org.
Awesome. Easy. It's one-stop shop for everything.
I think we forgot to mention one thing that was kind of sort of important in the Broadway season.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
So if you subscribe in this season, you'll be first in line to get your tickets for the next season. And we've announced that Hamilton is coming.
Yes. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, how could I forget Hamilton?
Yeah. So many people's dreams have just been answered.
Yes. I'm so looking forward to Hamilton. I know it's going to be here and it's going to be fantastic. Spartacus the Cat is even really super excited about it up there, as you can tell.
That's awesome.
No Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to keep him from seeing Hamilton. Jennifer, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us about all of the great programming happening at Walton Arts Center. And stick around, folks. We got more happening later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Hey, all you cool jazz cats. Coming at you from Red Barn Studio, this is Fourscore with Humpty Dumpty.
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel joining us all the way from Sweet Freedom Cheese. We've got Jessica. Thanks for joining us virtually, Jessica.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going good, man. You know, Sweet Freedom is not only my favorite cheese shop in Northwest Arkansas, but it's also my favorite Michael McDonald song. So way to go.
Yes. So what are we going to be doing there? You've got a whole setup happening. What are you going to be showing us, Jessica?
We're going to show you how to make fondue today. It's one of the most popular things that we've offered at the shop.
Let's get started. Talk us through it. Walk us through it.
Yeah, you got to walk them through the fondues and the fondants.
That's right. We're going to tell you how to not fondant. So right now I have a double boiler going. You don't necessarily need this as long as you're really attentive to it. And what we're going to start out with is some garlic. And so this is just a little, a garlic clove, some minced garlic. All right, so step 2 is we need some wine.
Oh.
Yes. Some wine.
Okay,
yes.
Wine.
Is it a dry white wine that you're using?
Dry white wine. And don't use your expensive wine because again, this is the alcohol.
Cooking wine.
Boil off on this, and it's really just for acidity and a little bit of flavors. So we're going to use about 2/3 cup. That's what I like to start with. And just put this in here, and then we're going to kind of bring it to a little bit of a simmer, not a boil, but just a simmer. Here's what we recommend: is 3 cheeses, and we use Emmental as the base, which you guys would know as Swiss. Swiss or baby Swiss, a real deal Emmental from Switzerland, and then I like to add in a little bit of Gruyere, which is the cheese that's on the top of French onion soup. And then I like to also add a 1/4 pound, so 1/4 pound each of these for 2 people, of like a funky cheese. So this one's another Swiss cheese called Appenzeller. We're going to grate that up, which I've done here. I am Martha Stewart. And the trick, the fondue here is to add a little cornstarch. So cornstarch adds
that'll thicken it up, right?
Yeah, so, just whatever, some regular old cornstarch from the grocery store.
How much? How much cornstarch do you need?
About, like a scant 1 tablespoon. So it's not a lot.
Okay.
Just a little ramekin here. And I'm not gonna toss it into the wine. I'm gonna toss it into the cheese. So our next step is, once we've got this tossed, is to just kind of slowly add the cheese in. I know, hot and melty.
This is the good part.
Smooth sailing from this point.
What you're preparing right now there, how many people would that entertain?
I would say, 2 very hungry people, you could maybe stretch it to 3. So as soon as this starts to come together, we want to transfer it to another fondue pot. And there are some fondue pots out there where you can do this whole thing on the stove and then just transfer it over to a burner and then you're done. I just have these in a regular pan, so I'm going to put it into a fondue pot. So if you don't keep it hot underneath this, it's going to start to solidify and then you'll wind up with just a big pot of a chunk of cheese. It's not suitable for dipping.
I'm not seeing any negatives here yet.
Right. Not that I wouldn't eat it.
Man, that looks amazing. Jessica, I'm so sad that I'm not there to taste it, but soon enough, we will be able to do that.
I just got a little bit of bread here, and then you can just see how nice and melty this is, guys.
He's still my beating heart.
He's still my taste buds jumping out of my mouth right now. Oh, look at that.
She's gonna do it.
I know.
She's gonna do it. She's gonna just tease us.
I really
with
want
that.
to. Is it okay?
Yes, it is okay. We're going to let you enjoy that. Folks, you got to check out Sweet Freedom Cheese. When you can get out there in the world again, check them out at the 8th Street Market in Bentonville and check out their website, sweetfreedomcheese.com. And stick around. We got more happening later. All right, everybody, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in. Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. You can send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we get out of here, let's thank our guests, including Jennifer Wilson from Walton Arts Center.
And, of course, Jessica Cahey from Sweet Freedom Cheese.
Yes, and how about the sounds of the Northwest Arkansas Jazz Society? That's our show. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.